Prince, look who's in the kitchen with me.
Good afternoon. Got me off the lawnmower.
Yes, I did. You know, y'all have been seeing that most of the things that I cook during the summer months are vegetables.
Yeah.
And for Amy's birthday, that's what she wanted. Peas and fried okra and corn and stewed tomatoes and boiled potatoes. And she puts stewed tomatoes over cornbread.
And apple pies, fried apple pies, yeah.
But we have cornbread several times a week.
Yeah, two or three times a week.
And last night, every piece of, I have a square skillet.
Yeah, when Sue makes it for us, we won't eat a whole pone, that's a good southern word, a whole pone of cornbread by ourselves. And it usually gets left over, but when the family, they're all here, all of it gets eaten. So we don't have any. Amy and Sean are eating with us again tonight.
Leftovers.
Yeah, from last night. But there's no leftover cornbread, so we're going to do cornbread again tonight.
And I made it last night and the night before. So I said, Harold, you're really the cornbread person, but I follow his recipe. And so he's going to make it like he makes it. And the only difference is I dump everything in here at one time.
Yeah, she told me a minute ago, well, I just do it. I said, no, I don't. That's not the way I do it.
So we're going to watch him make cornbread. And now you folks that live up north, you have told me that you can't get self-rising cornmeal, which is the mix where it already has the whatever they put in it. It's baking soda and salt and all that.
I didn't know that.
But if you can't get the cornbread mix of self-rising and you can only get plain cornmeal, Google how to make plain cornbread, self-rising cornbread, and you can do it. But Harold's going to teach you.
We use, what do we use? Martha White? Martha White cornmeal mix. And it's 2 cups. We'll put it here.
No, that's a half cup.
That's a half a cup. Okay, so we'll put 4. 1, 2.
And you know, he's not exact, which is okay.
4. Okay, and you put, if you use buttermilk, you use 1.5 cups. If you use regular sweet milk or whole milk, you use
1.33 cups.
1.33 cups, so a little bit more. And the thing, and it calls for an egg, and I put my egg in the buttermilk. And
I don't do that.
I do it so that I can stir it up and make sure it all gets, the yolk gets broken up real good like that. So I do it with a fork.
And you know, his cornbread has always been the best to me. But I thought that the past couple of times I've made it, it's been pretty good.
Almost as good as mine.
Almost.
No.
But that's what he does differently.
You know, you do things because that's the way you do them. Whether it's right or wrong, you do it because that's the way you've always done it. That's kind of what I do. 1.5 cups of buttermilk, an egg, and just pour it in. And then what I do, one thing I do that Sue doesn't do is I put sugar and butter, but you also put 1/4 cup. Is that right?
Sugar and butter.
Not sugar and butter. I'm sorry. I'll tell them in a minute.
1/4 cup of oil.
1/4 cup of oil. Okay. And I mix it with a fork to start with. And then I put, after it mixes just a little bit, I put a hand.
I don't put salt.
That much salt and about that much sugar. Now, some people may not like it. That's what I do. Okay.
I make it the exact same way, except I don't add salt.
And you don't.
And I don't mix it in the measuring cup. I just dump it all in the bowl and make sure that I stir it.
Get all the little lumps and stuff out of it.
Yes.
And, we've got the skillet is in the oven with oil in it. Preheating, okay.
To 450 degrees. I think it's going to be hot enough.
Should be about ready. You can see that's kind of thin looking, that's okay.
All right,
You
I'm
don't-
going
you
to
don't want it
pour
watery.
just a tad in there because I believe I put too much.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Stir and see, you can
Okay.
stir that in there real good.
Then
Very good.
with the hot grease in here, pour that in. And I want it thin enough so that when you put it in the pan, it runs to the edges. Okay, wait, don't. Okay, you don't.
Okay.
Just pat it out to the edges like that, and it's not going to be a real thick cornbread. I like it thinner, and you get more crust. Okay, and we bake. What's it called to bake it? 25?
18 minutes.
18? Okay.
I don't know what it says on there, but 18 minutes
Well,
on
let me do it.
450 is exactly, and it says right here 20 to 25. And the last time I remember Harold making it, I did
it 22 because I didn't go back and read the thing, and they were too brown.
It was.
Yeah.
18 is perfect.
Okay.
On our stove.
Okay.
So he's gonna put that in, and after it gets done in 18 minutes, we'll show you the finished cornbread.
And it should, when you finish it, it should just dump right out.
Yes, that's right.
And on your plate. So we'll be back when it's done to show you the final result. Cornbread is cooked for 18 minutes. It just went off, and I'm going to take it out of the oven.
And then he's just gonna.
Sue's better at this than I am, but you can see it's golden brown, okay? And you just flip it over into the plate. It falls right out if you do it right.
Look at that. Wow. Isn't that pretty?
She didn't think I could do it because she said, "You want me to take it out?" And I said, "No, I can do it."
Yeah, I asked him if he. That's hot on that meat. He said, I said, "You want me to flop it out?" And he said, "No, I can do it. I can do it."
And see, it's not thick. Again, I told you we do that on purpose. If you wanted thick cornbread, I guess you could either get a smaller skillet or add more, just a little bit more of each of the
Yes.
things.
You gonna cut it right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if this is up enough now because I believe it might have your head cut off.
When all the brothers are here, they don't like for Sue to cut the cornbread.
But I do.
She always does, but they want to break the edges because they'll go all the way around, everybody breaking, so they get the crust, and you left with the middle with
But the way
crust.
I cut it in the middle.
Yeah.
And then there's 4 corners that they can have.
Something is good. I didn't get it quite in the middle. Hot cornbread with butter and honey, or anything like that. So
it's gonna be hot to hold.
yeah.
Let me get a napkin.
Little napkin or saucer or something to put it on. And you can do this. You can have this as an appetizer before the meal. So put it on. You put it on there.
If you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't cut it. That's my fault.
You didn't cut it all the way down. But he makes good cornbread. Real good cornbread. But you put a little butter on that.
A little honey. Woo-wee. I sound like Justin Wilson, don't I?
I do. There's butter. And I'll get you a little honey. And it is gonna be so good. Okay.
I'm gonna put the milk in there like that, just a little bit. Mighty good. Mighty good. Some, syrup, jelly.
Anything. I've heard of people eating cornbread and syrup for
Yeah.
breakfast. Have
Yeah.
you? That may be strictly.
Old-timey folks.
Mhm.
Here's one. This is Elijah's honey from lady that goes to church with us. They raise this honey for their
little boy has
Down
Downs,
syndrome, and they
and they use this to buy the necessary things that they work with him, and it is delicious honey.
watched him last night. He was reading.
Yeah.
Elijah is his name. He's probably 10 or 12, I guess, probably.
I'm not sure. He may be, I think he may be about 10. I'm not sure though. But,
All right.
yeah. Oh man, we could eat that for supper.
Can you hear that it's crunchy?
So good. That's how we make our cornbread here in Central Alabama.
And right in the heart of Alabama. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you for joining us, and make you some cornbread and let us know how it is. Remember to be
Salt and
light.
light. Sue's got a necklace, but I don't.
And we'll be back soon.